Hello everybody and welcome to Game A Dayer. It is day 105 here on Game A Dayer. My name is Step and it is a Sunday in spring today, so that means, of course, it is a spring Sakura Sunday. Today we're going to be playing Sakura Beach. Sakura Beach is a game with mostly positive reviews. It looks like the game that was cross-referenced on that Sakura Agent from long ago, before I decided to do the Spring Sakura Sunday thing. So we'll look forward to that, I guess. From the makers of Sakura Spirit, Sakura Angels, and Sakura Fantasy, this time working together with the artist Inma to bring you this visual novel dating sim on the beach. Seiji is a daydreamer who spends too much time thinking about space. Well, it, as I said, has mostly positive reviews, and it is available for $10.99 on Steam. So we are going to play it. Alright, there we are. We are here for Sakura Beach. I'm just going to turn the music down a tad. There we go. Alright. So, I guess we're going to just start the game. Here I am again, drifting through the stars. Nebulas, galaxies, and black holes rushing past me in a blur. This is where I spend most of my time, with my mind wandering through space. It's here that I try to understand what I could never hope to understand. A universe that is so vast, that is beyond human comprehension. It cannot be measured by any means we have right now. Just seeing the sun and the moon cycle around our planet is enough to leave me in awe. They both cycle around the Earth according to invisible forces which are immeasurably powerful. That is the miracle of existence. Everything we see is made of a random sequence of events which have been flowing into each other. It has been this way ever since the beginning of time. But for now, that random sequence of disasters is leading me into disaster. Stop daydreaming, idiot! I'd better prepare myself for another scolding. Ayumi. Alright, she's going to be the tsundere type. Why do you keep doing this? Even now, you're doing it. We still have so many bags to move up into this hotel room. You honestly didn't expect me to do this by myself, did you? Ayumi has always been so bossy. She's far too proud for her own good. Does she actually like me as a person or not? I don't get it. Sorry, I'll go do that right away. You better. You've only been standing here for a few minutes with your head in the clouds. My head goes a bit further than the clouds, Ayumi. Of course, how could I forget about space? Whatever, just hurry up. Come on, Ayumi, stop bullying him. He's such a good boy after all. Momoko is going to be the sweet type. She probably likes to bake. Don't you think he deserves a thank you for getting all of our bags up here? Of course, it's admirable effort. I give him that. But I'm not bullying him. He's standing here like a statue when we should be moving. You know he likes daydreaming. It's not daydreaming. I'm pondering the mysteries of the universe. You're so adorable when you talk like that, Seiji. I swear, you always protest in the same way you always do. English syntax? Some part of me dies a little bit every time she calls me adorable. It's more like I'm a fluffy little dog than a person to her. He's not adorable. He looks like an idiot. Come on, Ayumi. You know that you like it when he does that. I most certainly do not, thank you. Then why do you wait for a minute or two before calling him out of it? No reason. I just wanted to see if he's learned to not do that by now. I'm sure that's the reason, Ayumi. I'm sure. So, have you gotten all of our bags yet, Seiji? Not yet. I'll go do that now. Thank you. I know it's a big favor to ask for. Don't worry about it. You're always so nice, Seiji. I promise I'll make it up to you during this trip. Please, I already told you not to worry about it. It's not such a big deal. That makes her pout. Come on, don't you want to do something fun with me? How about ice cream like we used to? It'll be my treat. Don't forget that I have somewhere I want to go too, Seiji. You're not going to get out of it so easily. Alright, Ayumi. I'm sure I'll have time to go out with both of you. They're always pulling me to go somewhere. Ayumi mostly uses me as a pack horse to carry things. As for Momoko, she always drags me to do embarrassing things with her. Not in that sense, though. Whenever she wants to buy new lingerie, I'm the first person she drags along. I have no idea why. It's almost like she has no sense of shame. Maybe she trusts you. It's a big trust to be put in somebody's hands, you know? The look I get every time it happens makes me die a little bit inside. Let's not rush off to do anything just yet. I know we have to settle in and everything first. By the way, Seiji, I know you're going to love my swimsuit. I thought they were wearing swimsuits. I doubt they'd just be walking into a hotel room in tanks and panties. I have a bad feeling about this. Chewie have bad feeling about this too. I just know she's going to be showing off as much skin as possible. What about you, Ayumi? How do you think you did with your swimsuit? What do you mean? Come on, we spent... Quiet! There's no need to talk about that. Is there something I should know? No, of course not. My swimsuit will be very dignified, something to be proud of. That's not what I remember seeing. Oh. Ayumi moves faster than a flash of lightning, preventing Momoko from speaking. Don't go there, okay? I have a reputation to upload. Upload? I have a reputation to uphold, probably. Anyway, I really need to grab those bags now. You two just do whatever you do. And make sure to grab my clothes bags first. Mine too. How am I supposed to tell which bag is which? Oh well, maybe if I just grab all of them at once. That might work. Yeah. Takes me about half an hour to get all the bags back to our room. I'm not exactly unfit, but going up and down the stairs with such heavy bags. My legs feel like they're going to snap in half if I put any more weight on them. Neither of them helped with the bags, but I'm not worried about it. I always do my friends favors. Okay. Alright. Sure. I've known both of them for such a long time. It's funny how time just passes without you even noticing. One day, I was only meeting those two for the first time. Now, nearly a decade later, we're here. We're here! It's only really now that I've given it any thought. I guess we humans aren't a very contemplative species. It's all about the here and now, not the past or the future. I don't really plan to sit on this in this hotel room and waste all my time thinking about the past either. There's plenty of time for that when I get home. Ayumi and Momoko have claimed the larger bedroom, leaving me with the tiny bedroom in the corner. So, if they share a bedroom, that makes sense. They insisted that they share a room together and that the other room wasn't suitable. The two of them have been inseparable for as long as I can remember. I guess when you're together for that long, you get used to each other's company. What I'm really hoping for is to share a lot of moments with them on this trip. There's nothing more valuable than memories created with the people you care about most. On another note, I can't help but notice how quiet it is. Are they in their room? Probably getting changed, and we're going to walk in on them, and it's going to be a big scene. Hello? Anyone there? I knock on the door several times. There's no response at all. Alright, well, that was at least responsible. Did they already leave the apartment? Why would they leave without me, though? Ayumi? Momoko? Are either of you here? I begin to open the door. I'm really worried that I might not find them. Well, that's a pose. I don't know what she would have been doing before he opened the door to be in that pose in her swimsuit. Well, I found them. Momoko stares back at me in horror. Shock. Lying there in nothing but her panties and bra, her eyes go wide in shock. So she was just hanging out in her panties and a tank top. Okay. Seiji? What on earth are you doing? She reaches for a nearby pillow and clutches it to her chest, but it has the opposite effect of what she wanted. It only causes her chest to spill out over top of it, nearly to the point of making it escape from the confines of her bra. No, stupid perverted pillow! She tosses it at me. That pillow! It's going way too fast! I barely duck in time, looking back at where the pillow hit. A massive crack in the wall shows where the pillow struck. For a moment, a cold chill runs down my spine. If that had hit me, I would have died. No, I can't think about that now. Diffuse the situation, Seiji. Sorry, please forgive me. This is a horrible misunderstanding. Seiji, this is so embarrassing. Don't look at me with those perverted eyes. I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it. My virtue as a maiden has been taken from me. How can you live with yourself, knowing this, Seiji? Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? I think that only makes things worse. Okay, for any of the chaps out there who are watching these games and wonder what should happen if you should come into a circumstance like this, say, "Oh, sorry," and close the door. With you on the other side of it. Okay? That shouldn't be a problem to recognize. As she flails around trying to find something to cover herself, I hear something go snap. Oh no, please don't tell me! Her bra falls away from her chest. It seemed to all happen in slow motion. The bouncing that happens in response, the gradual look of horror overtaking her face, and the sinking feeling knowing that I'm not going to live to see another dawn. Her face screws up as she prepares to unleash a cry of despair. No! Don't look! Don't you dare look! Pure thoughts. Momoko immediately palms her chest into her hands, but it's too late. Out! Now! You need to get out now! With one arm, she grabs another pillow and aims it directly at my head. I'm too slow this time. It hits me with enough force to easily make someone's skull crack. A pillow. I don't know if that's even possible. Well, I guess it's possible. It would have to be going at, like... I'm not even sure if a pillow shot out of a cannon would give enough force. You know? Anyway. The impact sends me flying out of the room. Before I know it, my vision fades into blackness. Engage dream sequence? No? Okay. I come to after a while with the worst headache I've ever had. Momoko is a lot stronger than she looks. Apparently. She could have probably killed me if she wanted to. I know that it looked bad, but she doesn't have to assault me over it. Hey, you could have left the room, dumbass. How long have I been out for, actually? Surely they'd be finished dressing by now. All so cautiously, I knock at their bedroom door. A cheerful, bright voice responds. Who is it? Come on, you know who it is. No, you aren't who I think you are. The person I know would just charge in without knocking first. I think she's teasing. He's such a silly person, but that's what makes him so adorable. Very funny. So, are you two dressed yet? Are you ready to head to the beach? Maybe. What would you prefer? Maybe you'd like me to show up in only my panties? I mean, so, in Ontario, where we live, toplessness is totally okay in public, and at the beach, sometimes people are just topless, and, you know, whatever. You get used to it. That's not the case at all. I'm sure it isn't, silly. I just know she's pouting like she usually does, even though she's hiding behind her bedroom door. Typical. He's saying that just to pretend that he wasn't being perverted before. Momoko steps out of the room. She's already in her swimsuit, ready to head down to the beach immediately. So this is a good example of how context and consent matters, because the game's probably about to make some reference to how this swimsuit doesn't cover up as much as her bra and panties do, but the difference is that she is comfortable going to the beach in this, and she was uncomfortable when she got walked in on in her bra and panties. So consent is key here. Ayumi, are you ready too? There's no response from her. Ayumi? Come on, I know you're out there. Is she hiding from me? There's no need to be embarrassed, Ayumi. Come on, show yourself off. Meekly, Ayumi crawls out of her hiding spot on the balcony. Oh, that's cute. She's also dressed in her swimsuit. Her face couldn't be a brighter shade of red. There she is, all ready for the beach. That should be AL space ready. She looks cute, doesn't she? I have to admit, when she doesn't have her nose up in the air, she can look really cute. How do I look, Seiji? Do you like my swimsuit? But it's not as if I care about your opinion, I'm just curious. I'm a bit taken aback when she asked me that. Normally, she doesn't care what I think at all. There's clearly a right answer here. Well, do you think I'm ugly? Is that what you're trying to say? I haven't even said anything yet. You look fine. Really, you do. I think you look cute. You really think so, Seiji? Yes, you look good. So don't worry about it, okay? Don't forget about me. Do I look good too? Momoko never misses an opportunity. Yes, you do. I'm sure you're going to attract a lot of attention. There might be a nice guy out there who will notice you. Both of their faces turn extremely sour. They just look at me with contempt. What? What did I say? Did I do something to offend them both? Was there something that I missed here? You too? Why are you making those faces? Neither of them respond. Girls? You two? Hello? They just stare at me. Sorry if I said something to offend you. I have no idea what it could be, though. They like you, idiot. Momoko stops being sour and smiles at me. Apology accepted. Come on, Ayumi. You've got to forgive him, too. She doesn't have to do anything that she doesn't want to do, Momoko. I forgive you, stupid. That hardly sounded sincere to me. Oh well, Ayumi always was the grumpy one. Now then, we're wasting time standing here. Especially you, silly. Today's not going to be a good day to be a day spent in space. What do you mean? I don't daydream when I'm at the beach. As enticing as thinking about space while listening to the ocean would be. No, I'd better not tempt myself. Momoko seems to be reading my thoughts on the matter. There you go, your head's somewhere near the moon right now. Make sure you grab a space rock on your way back to Earth. Asteroid. You know what I mean, silly. Grab one big enough to keep you from drifting off the surface of our planet. Don't worry, I wasn't planning to anyway. Good. We'll see about that, Mr. Daydreamer. I know that villainous scum like you always break their promises. Isn't that a bit harsh to deem me villainous scum? Not after what you did to Momoko before. So, let's not waste any more time. Bring that sunscreen and let's head to the beach. Before I can even say anything, Momoko's already out of the room. Is it just me and Ayumi standing here? It's just me and Ayumi standing here awkwardly. You know, when I call you an idiot all the time, I don't really mean it. You know that, right? You're not actually dumb. I think you're pretty smart, really. It's okay, Ayumi. I actually think I can be pretty dumb sometimes. I let out an awkward laugh. It's alright to call me out on it now and then. I know that I let my thoughts wander. She might not seem like it, but Ayumi is actually really nice. For whatever reason, she tries not to act like it. Should we get going now, please? Sure. You two are so slow. Hurry up already. We're going to miss the beach if you stay here in the hotel room forever. Well, it looks like I can't afford to stand here any longer. Time to go enjoy the beach, I suppose. Ayumi is out the door before I am. Whoa, that was quite a transition. The beach is exactly the same as I remember it. Rippling, clean water, golden sand, warm sunshine. I didn't realize it until now, but I've missed this place. You weren't lying, Seiji. This place is beautiful. Momoko can barely contain her excitement. I knew she'd fall in love with this place like I did. Even Ayumi seems to like it. For an idiot, you certainly know what some nice places. That's about as nice as she gets, so I should be happy. She's not in her swimsuit. Interesting. It seems Ayumi isn't quite comfortable with stepping out in her swimsuit yet. Oh well, it looks like it's going to be a great day. Momoko made it clear that I'm not allowed to think about space while we're out here. What else am I going to do when I'm sitting on the beach, though? Maybe I could try to build a sandcastle? It's been years since then. Seiji, come on, get into the water! Momoko's already dived into the ocean. She looks so unbelievably happy. I'm glad this beach is a bay, so it's so much more peaceful here without any waves. Oh man, there's a beach near where I live, where they've got like a big beach, which they're on one of the Great Lakes, I can't remember which, but the big beach has waves because it's straight on to the shore, but there's also Little Beach, which is groomed so there's no like shells on it, and it's a little cove kind of area, and there are no waves there, so it's got the best of both worlds. Like, we often start at Little Beach and then walk to the big beach through town and look at the shops and have some ice cream, and yeah, anyway. I hope you've got awesome beaches where you are, because the beach is awesome in the summer. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with the game. It's so warm. You should both get in right away. You aren't going to have fun sitting on the beach like that. I'll get in shortly. Just give me a moment. Please hurry up. She doesn't seem to care that much, though. She's happily diving in and out. Ayumi seems apprehensive about following her into the water, though. She stays on the outer rim of the ocean, just letting the water touch her toes. Aren't you getting in, Ayumi? I will, just not yet. She doesn't seem to be making any effort to get in, though. In fact, she looks kind of afraid. Why would she be afraid, though? What's wrong? Are you afraid of the water? No! What makes you think that? Well, you said you'd go in. I told you that I'm going to get in later. Why are you so insistent about me getting in? You aren't getting in yourself. Because I need to put on sunscreen. Oh, okay. No, you put on sunscreen after you get out, so that the water doesn't wash it away. Fine then, idiot. I can't swim. There, I said it. What? You can't swim. That actually makes a lot of sense. I've never seen her swimming in swimming classes before. Why wouldn't she want to go to the beach if she can't swim, though? Why would she want to go to the beach? Yes, idiot, didn't you just hear me? If you're scared, why don't you go in with me? I'll be there in case anything happens. She glances away from me, her face turning red. She seems rather vacant, kind of like I am when I'm daydreaming. I wonder what's on her mind. You idiot. What are you thinking about, Ayumi? Nothing. You never ask a girl what she's thinking, Seiji. She'll let you know in her own way. Oh god. Now what's that supposed to mean? Is there something I'm supposed to pick up on? Okay, so are you going to get in now? Only if you're going to be there too. Don't worry, I'll be right here. Cautiously, she dabbles her toes again. Stepping step by awkward step, she lets the water come up to her thighs. This is kind of nice. Isn't it? I've always loved this beach. There's no one around here, no matter what time of day it is. Well, I prefer places without crowds. So this is just fine for me. She actually lets a smile form on her face. It's really rare to actually see Ayumi smile, so I'm really surprised. Most of the time, she's either blushing or pouting. She dives under the water before I can stop her. I'm glad we're only in the shallows, but if anything goes wrong, I'll be able to pull her back to the surface with no trouble at all. After a few seconds and a lot of flailing, she re-emerges, her soaked clothes clinging to her. She looks kind of unhappy about the experience. This water tastes awful. It's seawater, of course it tastes awful. Don't tell me you swallowed some when you were down there. Hey, I told you that I don't know how to swim, idiot. She pouts grumpily. Didn't you see how I was struggling there? It's true, she was flailing around like a fish out of water. No. Not that I'd be willing to tell her that, though. I tried to open my eyes to see where the bottom was, and look what happened. This is also the first time that I've ever been to a beach. It's her first time at a beach, too? Has she never been interested in the ocean before? To me, the sea is almost as interesting as space. Almost. Alright, I'm sorry, I didn't know you hadn't been to the beach before. How didn't I know that about Ayumi after all this time? It's funny how you think you know people. Then you realize just how little you do know. Why haven't you ever gone to the beach before, Ayumi? I never got the chance to. You know what it's like with my parents, don't you? We never really went away from home for holidays. Oh, her parents. They're always busy. She spent most of her free time with Momoko and I. All three of us were always having adventures together, far away from home. Please forget that I asked. We're here to have fun now, and that's the important thing. Well, the beach is kind of nice, I guess. It would be better if I knew how to swim. I'm guessing she didn't bring it up earlier because it was embarrassing for her. Try to have fun as best you can. Remember, I'm here if you get into trouble. Thank you, Seiji. Her face turns red again. I'm just going to ignore it at this point. There's no way I can work out why she does that. Just a question. What do you do for fun in the ocean if you can't swim? There's plenty of things you can do. Like... Hey, you two! You finally got in! Momoko bounds over to us, passing through the water as gracefully as a mermaid would. It really is quite a sight. She's a complete natural when it comes to swimming. I'm surprised that she hasn't tried to enter any competitions at school. What made you decide to get in, Ayumi? We both know the problem you have with water. It's fine. Seiji knows I can't swim. Why don't I teach you then? Teach me? You teach me how to swim? Well, yes. I could do that if you like. Oh, that sounds like fun! Don't you think, Ayumi? She lets out an audible sigh. Well, I guess I could tolerate this water rat for a while. Always so haughty, Ayumi. So full of pride. I'm amazed that she ever has awkward moments at all. Well, I can't teach you in just a day. I don't care, just as long as it's you teaching me. Why would it matter if it's me teaching you or someone else? It doesn't matter, idiot. Just show me how to swim. Okay. There's no need to yell. I give her the most basic lesson I can remember from when I was young. She picks up on them pretty quickly, but I still think it's going to take her some time to really become a strong swimmer. I see. It's really that simple? Well, Not really. There's more to it than that. But you should at least be able to not flail around like you did before. I wasn't flailing. Don't use language that makes me sound like I'm a fish. She doesn't look too happy now. I want a drink. I'm overswimming. Momoko comes bounding out of the water. Hey, you two! I have to agree with Ayumi. She has an uncanny ability to hear when people are talking about food. Seiji, do you know anywhere we can go for drinks and snacks? I know this place, actually. It should be just a short walk away. Good, I'm pretty tired at the moment. I guess learning how to swim would be a really tiring experience for her. Come on then, I'll show you where it is. Lead the way, Seiji. I hope he doesn't daydream while we're walking and get us lost. She really doesn't have any faith in me, does she? She's teasing you, which, honestly, people should not do because it's stupid. Honestly, teasing and not just coming out and saying things naturally make people feel bad for no reason, because not everyone understands about teasing and whatnot. But even when you do, it's like, why are you making the person that you like feel bad? What do they call it? Negging. It's like, bleh. Transitions. It's still here after all these years. The same little shack by the sea. It's the Bonito Shack. Nice. Cold drinks and ice cream. I can barely read that. Well, it would do good business here, so it's not really a surprise, is it? Either way, I'm glad it's here. I wonder if they still sell the same snacks that I used to get when I was last here. Ground control to Seiji, the astronaut. Don't drift away on us right now. Oh, sorry, I was just reminiscing about this place. If they still do their homemade ice cream, we'll definitely have to try it. That sounds like a great idea, Seiji. I'm more in the mood for a drink, though. So am I. Where's your clothing, Ayumi? I'm letting it dry off. Ayumi seems to be contemplating on something. So, this is the legendary shack I've heard so much about from Seiji. I'm surprised she didn't call me an idiot. Her mood must be a lot better than usual. She seems to be inspecting it, looking over every tiny detail. It's a shack. It sells food. I'm not seeing what's so amazing about it. While she doesn't look so impressed, Momoko doesn't let her spoil the mood. Now, Ayumi, Seiji wouldn't recommend it without a reason. A cold drink is a cold drink, no matter where it's from. Exactly. I know you're both really thirsty after today. It better not be too fattening. Too much sugar really ruins my figure. You seem very worried about your figure lately. What do you mean? Well, you were just so shy about putting on that swimsuit. You look good, Ayumi. You should stop worrying. Thank you. So, are you saying that you've been looking at me in this swimsuit? Not really, no. That would be impolite, wouldn't it? Don't girls hate it when guys stare at them that way? A heavy sigh escapes her lips. Just forget about it. Anyway, idiot, are you just going to stand here, or are you going to get us a drink? Are we going to get a drink? Alright. I'm really glad Momoko is there. It looked like Ayumi was going to murder me just then. I just don't get it at all. Aren't I doing the polite thing by her? Does she actually want me to be staring at her that way? I don't know. These two have never shared their inner thoughts with me. Yep, that's the problem. Whatever thought process is going on in their heads, I have no clue about it. We quickly get settled onto a table and order our food. It arrives quickly, and it's enough to brighten Ayumi's mood. What a nice little shack. Momoko's face is as bright as the sun itself. She's right, though. She also looks like an android. Like, those eyes. You a chobit. The atmosphere of this shack is the same as it's always been. I've longed to visit it again, just to enjoy the nice shack while listening to the sea. It looks like you were right about this place, Seiji. You're welcome. Anything for my two best friends. Yeah, friends. Friends. We really have been friends for such a long time. Ever since we've known each other, it's just been us three. Just like our friendship, one thing remains certain. What's that? That you're a daydreaming idiot. So, I don't think this is the kind of subject matter that these games usually cover, but I've always wanted to deal with a story where three friends have kind of a love triangle going on, but they all decide that, and gender here doesn't matter because it'd be an interesting story in any makeup, but they decide that the three of them really love each other and want to be together, and that this sort of poly triangle would be totally fine, and you know, it actually works out because you never see that in fiction. Anyway, something I'm thinking about possibly writing. Oh well, I'm happy to with being an idiot then. Hey, Seiji. Yeah? I'm just wondering, have you ever, have I ever what? Have you ever had a crush on someone? A crush? The closest thing to a crush I've had is my obsession with the universe. I can't really think of anyone I've had a crush on before. Girls aren't something on my mind, I guess. I know everyone in our class raves about relationships and that, but does it really matter now? I mean, there's years and years left in our lives. Why does everyone insist that you have to jump into a relationship right now? Isn't high school enough trouble without having to worry about girls too? That's actually really decent point of view. Really? Not anyone, Seiji? Come on, you can tell us if you've ever had any feelings for anyone before. Honestly, Momoko, I can't think of anyone at all. I guess I've just never thought about girls before. I see. Though she keeps smiling, my blood nearly freezes from the tone in her voice. Have I done something to upset her again? Why does this keep happening? 'Cause you're an idiot. Well, let's say that, hypothetically speaking, you were interested in girls. Huh? Why are we talking about this? Momoko and I are just curious, Seiji. What kind of girl do you prefer? Why are they asking me this right now? It's a trap. Didn't I just tell them I haven't thought about girls before? Judging by the expectant glint in their eyes, there's no way I'm going to get away without telling them. I don't really know. Like I said, I've never thought about it before. I guess someone nice? Maybe decent at cooking? Honestly, I don't really think it's a good idea to have a checklist of traits. Good on you, mate. I'll know what I'm looking for when I meet the right person. You'll know when you meet her, will you? Are you sure you haven't met her yet, Seiji? I mean, surely you've made quite a few friends throughout the years. Now that she mentions that, I've just realized that I don't really know that many people. I've always been friends with Ayumi and Momoko, but I can't really think of anyone else. Especially not any girls. The only reason I know Ayumi and Momoko is that they were both my neighbors. If I did, I think I'd know about it. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Love will happen when it happens. I think it's the kind of thing which just hits you out of nowhere, kind of like a meteor hitting the moon's surface. Can you please not be thinking about space right now, idiot? Stay here on Earth with the rest of us. Sorry. Can we please talk about something else? Sure. Would you like to get back to the water after this? We still have a few hours before the sun sets. We should get back, we should get the most out of the day as we can. Momoko saves the day again. What do you say, Ayumi? Sounds fine. Ayumi is brooding now. Oh well, it's normal. I've known her for this long. How can I not be used to it? Back on the beach, Momoko hasn't given up on hounding me about crushes. So, do you think you'll ever be interested in girls, Seiji? Why do you keep asking about this? Why does my opinion about girls matter at all? I'm just curious, you know. We've known you for so long, and there's still some things we can't work out about you. So you're just curious, that's why you want to know? Yes, just curious. Anyway, it's getting late. There's somewhere that I want to show you to. Oh? What kind of place? Momoko seems excited at the idea. How do we know this is not a trap? It's obvious that this pervert intends to do something. For the sake of my pride, I will not be led astray by the likes of you. Alright then, I guess only Momoko wants to come. I didn't say I didn't want to come. I just said I wouldn't be misled by you. I'm sure that's the case, Ayumi. Maybe you're jealous that we would get to spend time together all alone. Goodness, imagine all the things that could... Ayumi slaps one palm into Momoko's cheek. Don't throw such false accusations at me like that. Ow, 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 ow. A sniffling escapes from Momoko. Seiji, it hurts. Could you kiss it better? She turns her cheek toward me. Kiss it better? But that means... The thought seems to be incomprehensible to her. Another sniffle escapes from her. Please, Seiji. It'll make me feel a lot better. Looking at me with her dewy eyes, a very strong feeling of guilt washes over me. Guilt? You didn't do anything. Don't fall for her crocodile tears, you fool. She's trying to trick you. Ayumi grabs her by the face and stretches it one way and another. Ow, ow, ow! Ayumi, you're making it worse. That's your punishment for lying to him. Accept it, villain. Now he's going to be able to kiss my whole face better. That's the only thing that will make me feel better now. Despite Ayumi's best efforts, Momoko manages to look at me with those dewy eyes again. Seiji, please help me. Kiss it all better. You are evil, absolutely evil. Ayumi quickly stops and pouts herself. So, are you two going or not? Momoko immediately recovers. I absolutely am. I can't wait. So they were crocodile tears. I guess I can come. Don't expect me to bestow such generosity on you in the future. I mean, it was obviously an act, right? Crocodile tears don't work, Momoko. It's always worth a try. I never thought you'd say something mature, Seiji. Either way, it's time to head off. So, yeah, like, this game, it seems very obvious that you're supposed to be leaning toward one girl or another, and to me it seems like, couldn't they all just love each other? Obviously, Momoko and Ayumi are inseparable, because that's what it said earlier in the game. Anyway, carrying on. Ooh, that is actually really nice. All of my usual haunts around this place are still here. This is a little isolated cliff by the seaside. It always gave me the best view of sunset. It's one of my many special places. I've always wanted to share it with someone too. As I lead those two through the undergrowth, Ayumi complains the entire time. Where are we even going, you fool? There's too many bugs here. You could have at least told me to get changed. Come on, this is fun. Isn't it like when we explored the forest around our houses when we were little? Just because it was fun years ago doesn't mean it's fun now. Come on, Ayumi, let loose a little bit. It's okay to be a bit immature now and then. For you, maybe. I'm a proud, dignified woman. And I won't change that for anything. Oh, that's not what you were telling me earlier. All that lovey-dovey talk about... Stop! No, don't say it. I forbid you to talk about that. You've got to talk about it one day, you know. Then how about we talk about what you were? No need for that. Anyway, are we close, Seiji? Almost there. We emerge at the cliffside at just the right moment. The sun looms deep in the horizon, painting the sky a fiery orange. Its form shimmers across the sea's surface, the dying light creating a spectacular show of color. So, why are we here? Just look out there and see for yourself. She seems to go wide-eyed at the view. It's a sight that always never ceased to amaze me when I was young. Both Ayumi and Momoko seem to go silent as they take in the view. This is a beautiful view, Seiji. I'm glad you like it. This is just one of the places that I'd like to show you while we're here. I used to sit here and watch as the stars slowly appeared in the sky. Whenever I was here, I just forgot about my troubles for a while. No, I wanted to share it with both of you. So, I wanted to share it with both of you. Neither of them say anything in response. They seem to get lost in the moment too. Even Ayumi doesn't have anything to say. We just sit there, enjoying the view. It really is beautiful here, Seiji. A fool you may be, but you do know some beautiful places. A younger me used to go exploring all the time. That's how I found this place. Maybe there's more places like this out there. We should go looking another day, just like we used to when we were younger. Remember when we found that waterfall? She seems to grow nostalgic as she looks out at the shifting ocean before her. I haven't forgotten any of it. It's funny how long we've all been together, isn't it? It's not something I really think about, but you're right. You just notice as the years pass by. Now here we are. Even Ayumi begins to smile. There's just some kind of magic in this moment. As silly as you are, we've all never stopped having fun together. I hope that we can do this forever. Forever, huh? That sounds pretty nice to me. As we wait, the stars begin to emerge from their hiding places. The orange of the sky gives way to a dark shade of blue. The moon looms in the distance, slowly rising above the ocean. As Momoko looks up at the stars, something seems to occur to her. There's something that we'd like to know, Seiji. Why do you like space so much? You haven't ever really talked about it. I don't really know why I'm so obsessed with space. Something about the idea of being part of something far bigger than myself. It's hard to put into words. For all of the petty problems on Earth, there's an entire universe out there which couldn't care less. It doesn't care about pollution or war or famine. Even when the last of us are gone, it will still be there. Eternal, unchanging, indifferent. He doesn't know that much about space. It really puts things into perspective for me. Not that I'm saying I don't matter. Excuse me. Everything I do today could have far-reaching consequences tomorrow. I might be the person who causes a chain of events that could probably lead to the salvation of humanity, or something like that. The future cannot be predicted, but I just think that everyone has their part to play in the grand mechanisms of the universe. Each of our actions will cause something to happen, no matter how grand or petty the results may be. It's easy to get cynical about what consequences your actions have when pondering the universe. I may be a mere grain of sand in comparison to the universe, perhaps even less than an atom. But that does not mean that what I do has no meaning. Everything we do has meaning. Even the tiniest decision we make in this life can have far-reaching consequences. I imagine that Einstein's ancestors had no idea that their decisions would lead to the discovery of relativity. Oops, I'm drifting off again. I'd better answer the question quickly. I guess I just see space as a big adventure filled with mysteries and all kinds of things. There's a planet made out of diamond out there. Imagine what other kinds of treasures you could find. Such as? If there's a planet made out of diamond, maybe there's one made out of gold out there. You see, that's why I love space. There could literally be anything out there in the void. You don't have to look outside Earth to find treasure, you know. It sounds like a childish fantasy. Like you just want to run off out there pointing a laser gun at aliens. That sounds like fun. I'd love to do that. Fool. That's a bit harsh, Ayumi. That sounds like heaps of fun. Want to team up and have adventures across the galaxy, Seiji? Sounds great to me. Fine. Go have your space adventures or whatever. I prefer sophisticated entertainment for adults. But what about that one show you always watch in the morning where Ayumi quickly shoots her arm out and covers Momoko's mouth? Don't you dare say it! Aw, always trying to be so mature, Ayumi. You're almost as adorable as Seiji. Almost. Don't call me adorable. All I can do is shrug at the nonsense happening in front of me. It's getting late, you two. Just kiss and get it over with. We should probably head back now. Sure. Can we come back here sometime? I want to watch the sunset with you again. Well, I wouldn't mind going here again with you. Glad to hear it. We make our way back through the trail. Those two bicker the entire way. Yeah, of course they do. No, transition. I wake up late today. Have to say that it's been forever since I've gotten a good night's sleep. I've had to study really hard for upcoming exams. Though I haven't told anyone yet, what I want to do is become an astrophysicist. I'm sure nobody could tell. Since I love space so much, why not dedicate myself to understanding it? Although the study material is pretty brutal. I'm glad I got a chance to just relax, though. It's going to be straight back to studying when I get back. Now that I think about it, I haven't spent much time with either Ayumi or Momoko lately. Oh well, that's the entire point of this trip. And I'll have all of the time in the world after exams to catch up with them. Since I've slept in late, I wonder if they're still here. Heading to their room, I make sure to knock as loudly as I can on the door. Is there anyone there? Hello? No answer, just like last time. So it's going to be Ayumi we catch in our underwear this time. I make sure to knock, then double knock. Alright, I'm certain that there's no one here now. So now's my chance to get back all of the snacks they stole earlier. I best tread lightly, though. As I slowly open the door, the light blinds me for a moment. My vision clears and... Oh no. Ayumi standing in front of me with her back turned. From this angle, I find that I have a really clear view of her panties. A pair of cute pink ones. I find that my tongue starts fumbling over itself. She slowly bends over to pick something up. Where did I put my swimsuit? It has to be around here somewhere. She gets on all fours as she searches the ground, creating a rather interesting pose from my perspective. Maybe I could wear that other pair today. But would Seiji like something so shameless? Even if I can't see her face, I know she's blushing. She hasn't turned around yet. Maybe she doesn't know I'm here. Close the door and she'll never... She turns back, looking toward the door. Maybe I left it over there. I swear, Momoko leaves this room in such a... Trailing off, she begins to realize what's happening. She slowly stands up, her face a mixture of shock and anger. Seiji... Her voice is more of a monstrous growl than speech. You had best explain yourself right now. I'm sorry. I wasn't on purpose. How is this not on purpose? You didn't even knock before you entered the room. She desperately tries to cover herself up. What did you see? What did you see? I didn't see anything. That's when I notice something terrible. Ayumi's looking down at herself in horror. Oh no, don't tell me that I'm wearing this. Her panties begin to slide down her legs. For a surreal moment, it feels like I'm staring into the sun. This is something that will be permanently seared into my brain, so close your eyes and shut the door, idiot. No! She lets out a wail of despair. This is bad, really bad. I have to close the door before she... You aren't getting away that easily, you disgusting pervert. Divine punishment! She throws a pillow at me. This doesn't seem to be such a terrible punishment. It's only a pillow, right? It shouldn't... As it hits me in the face, I suddenly remember something. These girls throw pillows really hard. I swear, I hear something snap in my neck as I'm blown out of the room. Don't ever speak to me again! The door slams shut as my vision fades into blackness. 2 concussions in 1 trip. Man, I don't know. This kid. He's going to be having trouble being an astrophysicist if he gets brain rattled. When I wake up, I feel like I remember seeing something that I shouldn't have. What could it possibly have been? I walk into their room and then something happened. Good morning, Seiji. It's funny how you were sleeping out here. You must have been really tired. Anything happen while I was gone? Nothing I can remember. Speaking of which, Ayumi emerges from their room when she hears Momoko. Good morning, Momoko. Are you two hiding something from me? No, nothing happened. Nothing at all. I don't remember. Ayumi flashes me a withering look. What's she mad about? Okay, I believe you. What would you like to do today, Seiji? Maybe we could go get some ice cream. Or you could show me some more of your secret places. Just you and me? Hold on, you're forgetting about me. He's not going anywhere if I'm not going. I have to keep an eye on him after all. There's no telling what this pervert would do if he were left alone. I'm really glad you think so highly of me. I'm just stating the truth. Oh, still pretending that you aren't going for your own reasons, Ayumi? Ayumi seems to grow red and look like she's about to faint. Please don't suggest such absurd things. I'm just going to change the subject. So, which beach would you like to visit today? I think somewhere with waves would be nice for a change. I agree, somewhere fun. And with more people. I know just the beach to visit then. We're so lucky to have you as a guide, Seiji. Even though you're making a habit of being a pervert. Doesn't your door have a lock, though? If you don't want me walking in there by mistake, you could just use that. That's not the point, idiot. We shouldn't have to lock our door in the first place. It's not that big of a deal to do it. That's also besides the point. Which I agree, although he did knock. Momoko just ignores her, though. So, Seiji, what would you like to do when we get back? I have no idea. The hotel does have a pool, you know. It might be good to go there and try to teach Ayumi how to swim. You idiot! The lessons you gave me from yesterday will be more than enough. So, you're telling me you've learned how to swim in just a day? Come on, Ayumi. Wouldn't you like to have some one-on-one time with Seiji? One-on-one time? That just sounds so what? Nothing, you fool. Well, I can do that anytime you want, Ayumi. If you actually do want to do it. Well, I wouldn't want you to go to the pool alone. There might be dangerous people there after all. I have to keep an eye on you. The only people I saw swimming there were a group of girls. Girls? Don't tell me you've been perving on them too. What haven't you been telling us, Seiji? How well do you know these girls? I don't know them at all. I just saw them swimming in there when I last looked. And when did you last look? This morning? Seiji, I know you're becoming an adult and all, but you really shouldn't perv on strangers like that. It should at least be someone you know. don't know that's a good idea either. I don't think that's a good idea either. Typical. You only care when you get punished for it. You are a villain of the worst sort, Seiji. Villains will be punished sooner or later. Why do you talk like a superhero? Oh, it's from her fave... It's in a blur. Ayumi shoulder tackles Momoko before she can finish speaking. Sorry, I bumped into you. Are you okay, Momoko? Oh my, I don't think she'll wake up again until we get to the beach. They're going to drag her to the beach? How very unfortunate. You don't look very apologetic about it. Of course I'm sorry, you stupid fool. Stupid fool is redundant. Shut up and help me carry her. They're carrying her to the beach. Oh boy. We're finally back here. We decided to go somewhere a bit more populated today. I can only hope that neither of them act strangely while we're here. Given how they've been acting over the last day or two, or so though, I don't think I'm going to be so lucky. So, what should we do today? Ayumi, did you pack that beach ball? What beach ball? You never told me about a beach ball. Come on, surely you remember, right? We did plan to bring it after all, didn't we? An awkward moment of silence passes. Oh well, we can just do something else. It seems like nothing can upset Momoko. Why don't we make a sand castle? A sand castle? Yeah, I wanted to make one while we're here. Can we, Seiji? Sure, we've made heaps in my time. We'll make the grandest sandcastle this beach has ever seen. Don't you think that's a bit ambitious, idiot? How can you say that it'll be the best this beach has ever seen? You should always aim for the stars, Ayumi. Yeah, we'll make it as big as we can. It'll have stairs and throne rooms and fortifications. If there's one thing I always admire about Momoko, it's that she always puts enthusiasm into everything she does. I wish I had as much energy as her. I guess if you're both going to do it, I'll join in too. It'll be fun, Ayumi. Of course you should join in. It'll be like how we played together years ago. I think I vaguely remember that. Didn't we used to make forts out of mud and sticks? I think both of you would agree. I think both of you would argue who would get to help build the fort with me all the time. I never did that. I always built my own mud fort, and it was always better than yours. That's not what I remember, Amy. Didn't you always try to... Quiet! Let's get started on this sandcastle. Are you gonna make a sandcastle without a bucket, though? As we worked together to begin construction of our castle, I began to think back to our older days. The first day I met them was an interesting one. I was just moving in with my grandfather on that day. I didn't talk much then. I just kept to myself. I had a lot of issues then. I didn't know how to cope with them either. Ayumi and Momoko seemed to ignore that, though. Even though I was largely unresponsive, they still dragged me along to play in the forest. They wouldn't give up on me until I started talking to them. It was after my grandfather started showing me astronomy that I began to come out of my shell. There was just something amazingly enlightening to a 6-year-old that there was something infinite out there. Momoko, stop putting on so much sand! Hey, you're the one doing that. Both of them are arguing over a sandcastle of all things. I enjoy relaxing on the beach. It gives me plenty of time to think. Well, to think and daydream. With these two around, I haven't had much time to myself. Momoko had done her best to try to stop me from daydreaming too. I think both of them are trying their best to get my attention here. Why they would be doing that is beyond my comprehension. They've never acted like this in the past. Or if they have, I just haven't noticed it. So the question here is, if they're acting abnormally and there's just been so much that I haven't... Or there's just been so much that I haven't been noticing. I'll think about that later, though. For now, I think it's time for a lunar voyage. I picture myself walking across the surface of the moon, its white stone illuminated by the sun. Earth, in all of the green and blue splendor, sits in the sky, looking down on me like a clouded eye. As much as I dream about space, I often forget that the beauty of the planet I'm living on. Thousands of species, billions of people, countless stories, countless mysteries. I would like to be able to actually look on Earth like this one day. From some faraway planet or moon, just reflecting on the world I left behind. Perhaps I should become an astronaut. Given how much I love space, it would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? Just imagine, one day space travel could be real. Seiji, come on! I open my eyes and see Momoko standing over me. You're not going to have any fun there. Come into the ocean. It looks like I don't have a choice. She already seized me by the arm and is dragging me to the water. In fact, she's gripping my arm enough to make me feel like it's going to snap. Now then, is there something I'm forgetting about? Where's Ayumi? Ayumi was here a minute ago. Oh, there she is. I'll be back in a minute, Seiji. Momoko dives after the black shape in the water. After a few moments, she emerges again, pulling out a dazed-looking Ayumi. Are you having fun, Ayumi? Don't you just love the beach? I know I do. Ayumi seems to wake up a bit then. I thought I was done for. Oh well, it can't be helped. I guess we'll have to do these lessons sooner rather than later. Sounds fine to me. She manages to say that before fainting again. We probably should get her somewhere where she can rest. I'm going to head back. Aw, but I want to stay at the beach for a bit longer. I guess she could rest on the beach. You go and have fun, Momoko. I'll keep an eye on her. Thank you, Seiji. You're always so selfless. I'll be back before you know it. As I drag Ayumi out of the sea, Momoko continues to merrily dive through the waves. The two are akin to the sun and the moon. I've really got to stop making comparisons to space now that I think about it. It's going to become a bad habit if I'm not careful. Ayumi didn't really feel like doing much else today. She decided to head back to the hotel. I think it's just as well. She has a really rough time in the surf. She made me swear that I would give her swimming lessons when I got back, though. She really was determined today, wasn't she? To think, she kept going out there despite not being able to swim at all. She's the idiot. Anyway, Seiji, we should get her something to eat on our way home. After all, swimming is a lot of exercise. I can already feel my stomach growling at me. Same here. She quickly goes gets through her meal before I can even get started. As I eat, I can't help but notice a strange look on Momoko's face. She wanders off from the table. I find Momoko standing by herself on the other side of the shack. Momoko? What are you doing back here? Oh, Seiji, I just wanted to have a moment to myself. Just thinking about something, that's all. About what? Just things, I guess. She looks toward the ocean with a glint in her eyes. You haven't spent any time with us at all lately. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying my best to get my grades up now. Right, you want to study physics, don't you? Yeah, I want to become an astrophysicist. I figured that it would be fun to work out how the universe works. I'm so happy that you're ambitious. Her smile fades away slowly, though. But I must admit, it feels like you've been avoiding me lately. Really? Sorry, I've been a bit of a hermit lately. I'll forgive you, silly. Now that I think about it, it hasn't been just us three for a very long time. Not since middle school, when we went on that school trip. I don't know how to put it, but it feels like you've been out of reach. You're always somewhere else. You always have been. She's not wrong. I'm an eternal daydreamer. My body is here, but my mind always somewhere else. Just remember to visit your friends now and then. Every now and then, Seiji. I worry about you a lot, so it'd be nice to get some reassurance now and then. Don't worry. We'll always stay in touch, won't we? I promise that after exams are over, we'll spend plenty of time together. That was the point of this trip, wasn't it? Yeah, you're right. You took time out so you could come here with Ayumi and I. Ayumi and me. And I'm really glad that you did. But please promise me that you aren't going to disappear on us. With that said, let's have the most fun we can while we're here. She's starting to cheer up now. On another note, what flavor of ice cream is best? Oh, mint. Definitely mint flavored. I think vanilla is the best flavor. Open your mind to new ideas, Seiji. Here, we're going to get you coffee-flavored ice cream. But I don't really like... What did I say about trying new things, Seiji? Fine. We'll go get that coffee ice cream. But I want you and Ayumi to try something with me in return. You've got a deal, Seiji. We'll do anything. She leans in uncomfortably forward, sticking her chest out while she does. Anything. Like what? Use your imagination. Now then, there's no escaping destiny, Seiji. Things are heating up. And unfortunately, I think we're out of time for today. So thank you for joining me for Game of Dare today. We have been playing Sakura Beach, and I'm sure there's plenty more to this game, much more scintillating action. So if you want to see more of this game, you can always get it yourself on Steam. It's available. Or you can petition me in the comments to play the rest of it, and maybe I'll get to it. If I get a lot of comments saying they'd like to see me play the rest of any of these games, I will make that happen somehow. But for now, this has been Spring Sakura Sunday. I have been Step. We've been playing Sakura Beach. If you enjoyed this video, please give it the old thumbs up, and do leave comments. I really like getting comments. Also, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure you hit that dingy bell, because that will let you know when I upload... Yeah, we should probably save that game. That will let you know when I upload new videos, which I do every single day. So thanks for watching today, and please come back tomorrow when we'll be playing something for Mobile Monday.